Alright, you freaking degenerates. First things first. You don't got a lot of time. Go visit Casa. Go visit Not Blowing Smoke. We need to get on this as soon as possible and fight for our right to vape on this free country. So, you know what to do. You know how to do it. Get your family members to do it. Get people to join you and cooperate with the cause. So let's go on to the blog. What's going on, fools? This is the Vaping Fish coming at you with another video. And this is a mini blog. Just a mini blog talking about a specific subject. And let's talk about mouth to lung vaping. What is mouth to lung vaping? Mouth to lung vaping is um, vaping style very similar to smoking. It mimics smoking. It's not cigarette, it's not tobacco, but it mimics smoking. And that's how I started vaping. That was my first device that I used. It was, a mouth to lung device. It was a little battery, spinner, vision spinner, variable voltage, with a little e-bot type of tank. So that was my first setup. That's what I used. That's what helped me quit smoking. Um, with time, not so long, a couple of weeks, I got an Atlas Mini, and then I got, a Sabon tank, and then I got a dripper, and then, everything went from there. I started at 18 milligrams of nicotine, and within 3 months, I was down to 3 milligrams. So, it just changed very, very fast. Through a suggestion, I went back to try and do a mouth to lung with a higher nic level. And I still had like a bottle of 12 nic there, and I pulled out my old tanks. My Nautilus Mini, my regular Nautilus, my Triton. Triton's a pretty nice tank for mouth to lung too. My sub tank Mini, my K Fun. So I just pull out stuff. Anything that was like mouth to lung, I pulled it out and started messing with it. You know, um, and I was surprised how satisfied I was with the mouth to lung. I guess I moved too fast, away from it, um, trying to keep up with everything was coming out and stuff. But it just gave me, a very nice satisfaction, um, and it helped me cut down on the vaping itself. Meaning that when I was just dripping 3 milligram, I was like constantly dripping 3 milligram throughout the whole freaking day. Now, I don't do that anymore. Now I'm, dripping and then 3 milligram, and then, I jump to 12 milligram out to long, and it just cuts down my vaping time. I was consuming 30 mLs of liquid a day. Now I'm doing like 20 combined, because now I'm doing three different nic levels. I'm doing 3, 6, and 12. 3 for dripping, 6 for subliming, and 12 for mouth to lung type of vaping. Um, so it just changed the way I vape now. And it's a journey for everybody. It's different for everybody. Some people might never, go back to mouth to lung. Some people never even started with mouth to lung. They started with subliming and dripping and stuff. Um, I think this applies more to ex-smokers more than anybody, um, because it's a more familiar type or style of vaping. Um, and it just has changed my outlook on on the vaping, style. Some people will do multi-long throughout their vaping thing, and they never touch a solo tank or a dripper, and that's fine. Everybody vapes different. There's no instructions how to vape, or how you're supposed to a progress or type of. There's no actual progress. The only progress is that you already stopped smoking. So, that's progress. You stop smoking. Everything else, it just varies and changes depending on the individual. So it is something that can help you, cut down on the vaping. It can help you when you're out and about, and you don't want to be blowing, big clouds in front of other people that don't vape. Um, quick fixes in between breaks whenever you're working. Um, it has its advantages. Uh, the thing is now there's now a lot of options for mouth to lung vaping. K funds are one of them. They're there. Even though the five is not very nice mouth to lung, you need to buy the little inserts to make it mouth to lung. It's more of a tight uh, sub hit. Um, but you can still find some aspire tanks like the Nautilus Mini, the Nautilus X, and there's some tanks out there, but it has diminished. The market is gone, or they have paid more attention to suboming, dripping and other stuff. Um, but I think mouth-to-lung is still a very good tool, or a very good way to bait because of the intake, the intake that you take of e-liquid. Maybe you don't want to be just. When I was just dripping three, I was constantly dripping three, constantly every single day, hours at a time. I could just be watching TV and I would go to 10 mils in a couple of hours without even noticing because I was just trying to get. And now with the 12 Nick, I don't do that. Just give it a couple of hits, put it down, forget about it for 20 minutes or something, 30 minutes, and then you get another couple of hits and then put it down. Or I alternate. That's what I do a lot. I have my 12 Nick here, my 6 Nick here, and sometimes even my 3. So I have all three Nick levels going at the same time. Sometimes I just have two of them in combine them, I just drip and then I hit my mouth to lung, or I sub them and I hit my mouth to lung. So it all depends. But the different thing is that I did lower down my e-liquid consumption. That's what it did happen. Also, my satisfaction, my nicotine satisfaction came in very, much faster than just doing threes. So, you know, yes, threes are nice. I really like. I love dripping threes. I mean, I love dripping. That's never gonna go away. I love dripping, and I like the clouds, bro. Clouds, bro. I mean, who doesn't like clouds? Everybody does. So it's just something that I implemented into my daily, uh, you know, vaping routines. And again, it's helped me, when I have a restricted amount of time, I can just hit my mouth to lung and, and be, on my way with a couple of minutes instead of just constantly, you know, dripping and stuff like that. So it has helped me. Now, is it for everybody? No. I think it applies more to ex-smokers than anybody. Some people might not really enjoy it, or some people are just like, well, no, that's like too much. That's too 2013. It's like, I want more like the clouds, bro, and the mega multi alien kleptonized, fusionized bills on. And everybody has their style. But don't get influenced by that and not wanting to try something because people think it's too old fashioned or it's for beginners. You're a newbie. You're a newbie. I'm not a newbie. I'm an intermediate already. I do my bills and shit. I more or less know my way around vaping, but I still like a mouth too long, and I still enjoy it in public, and I don't care what anybody thinks. It's that's something that it changed. My vaping style changed again. So, and I think it's gonna be happening throughout your vaping life. It will change. It will never stay the same. It will move around. Um, and again, it helps you with, the intake of vapor, the intake of e-liquid that you use. Um, so, and I think people will feel more comfortable, people that don't vape and they don't know crap about vaping, they will feel more comfortable when you're hitting mouth to lung than when you're actually sub-ohming. And I'm tell you why. I was in this bar recently, and I will go out to the smoking section, and I will have my little Natalius Mini with a little device, and I was hitting it, and people actually approached me and asked me about it, and they asked me, "Oh, what is the vapor? How's it working for you?" And I was like, "Oh," and I started telling them, about how it worked for me, how it helped me quit smoking, and they would tell me, I've tried it before, but I didn't like it. I would tell you, okay, well, you have, maybe the setup wasn't right for you, and I would tell them, things and information, and I would actually direct them to the vape shop that I go to go try out different products. And I'll tell them, if you're gonna go a certain day, let me know what day you wanna go, and I'll meet you there, and we'll talk about it, and I'll show you what they have there. Maybe it can help you make a decision. You want to try out vaping again. So people were more comfortable approaching you when you were doing mouth to lung than when I've done, sub-ohming in public. People actually look at me funny. Not a lot of people like they're like, oh, what is he? Those are drugs. That's the reaction. Oh, he's hitting drugs. When you do mouth to lung, they know it's like something that you're using to quit smoking for some reason. I noticed that. So it's a good tool to get other people interested in vaping when you're doing mouth to lung, because they feel more comfortable approaching you about it because it mimics a cigarette. So that's another thing to point out. Um, Now there's not a lot of things out on the market, for mouth to lung right now. There's the old stuff and newer stuff. There's not a lot of newer stuff coming out. I came across this little tank. This is a Kangertech sub top tank nano, top tank nano from Kangertech. I came across it by accident. This person, I was at a vape shop when I was out of town, and I was there just chilling, talking to the owner. And a customer came in, and he purchased some stuff. And the owner, he was looking for a tank. The owner suggested this tank, and the customer left. And I was curious because I heard him say, "You can use it as a mouth to lung," and I was like, it just caught my attention, like, mouth to lung. And I approached him after the customer left, and I was like, "Is that like old stock?" Or he goes, "No, it's pretty new. I mean, it's a Kangertech Nano, but it's top fill." Like, how long did this come out? How long ago did this come out? Oh, not too long ago, and whatever. So I was like, okay, I mean, and I started, hey, now, well, it's kind of loose, and well, I ended up getting a 1.5 coil for it, and I closed down the airflow like a lot, almost down to crap. Um, and it's a very satisfying mouth to lung. And if you open it up all the way, you can do sub-ohm on it. So it's dual purpose. And again, because of being so small and the airflow being a little bit more restricted, it gives you a very satisfying mouth to lung. It's a more open mouth to lung, but it's still restricted enough. It's not a K-Fun 5 type of draw. It's more restricted, and I really, really am enjoying this little tank. And I paid I think I paid like $15 for it. Um, I mean, the guy probably gave me a good price because he charged the other customer like 25 or something like that. But he gave me a very cool price on it. I couldn't pass on it, and I'll be enjoying the hell out of it. 12 and it can't beat it. Well, that's the little mini blog I want to talk about mouth to lung. If you never tried it, go ahead, give it a try. You might enjoy it. If you were doing it before, you started like that, and you just put it away, and you're just doing some other things, go back to it. Maybe it's something that can help you, or maybe it's something, it can change things, or it can change how people approach you. It can change, the amounts of breaks that you need at work. Just try it out. You got nothing to lose, basically. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little mini vlog, and I'll see you soon again. Bye bye.